Breaker of this world's chain, we adore thee, whom all men love. Spotless, taking man's form. O purifier, thou art of the gnathree, knowledge divine, not flesh. Thou whom the cosmos wears, a diamond at its heart. Let us look deep in thine eyes. They are bright with the wisdom of God, that can wake us from Maya's spell. Let us hold fast to thy feet, treading the ways of the world's safety. O drunkard's Lord, God drunken lover, in thee all paths of all your rest meet. Lord of the worlds, thou art ours, who art born a child of our time, easy of access to us, O merciful, if we take any hold upon God in our prayer, it is by thy grace alone, since all thy austerities were practiced for our sake. How great was thy sacrifice, freely choosing thy birth in this prison, our iron age, to unchain us and set us free, perfect, whom lust could not taint, nor passion, nor gold draw near. Of all renounce, fill our hearts full of love for thee. Thou hast finished with fear and with doubt, standing firm in the vision of God, refuge to all who have cast fame, fortune, and friends away. Without question thou shelterest us, and the world may see in its wrath, sin shrunk to the puddle that fills the footprint in the clay. Speech cannot hold thee, nor mind, yet without thee we think not, nor speak. Love, who art partial to none, we are equal before thy sight. Take away our pain, we salute thee, though we are blind. Come to the heart's black cave, and illumine, thou light of the light.
Om Stapakaya Dharmasya Sarvadharma Sarupine Avatara Varishthayo Ramakrishnaya Te Namaha. Today we'll read from the life of Sri Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna is in divine play, about the blessings which Sri Ramakrishna conferred for the welfare of all and spiritual awakening of the whole world. Mahapurush Maharaj used to say that he has awakened the cosmic Kundalini So this is about 135 years now, just 135 years. And also it is interesting that it happened on the January 1 of 1886. That was Friday. And it happens that this year, this is also Friday, only 2021. So date and day are also matching. But the main thing is that this chapter has been designated as the chapter bestows, the master bestows fearlessness through self-revelation by Swami Sharadananda. So, Sri Ramakrishna was having the throat problem, and that was diagnosed as cancer, and that we know that he was moved to Calcutta for two reasons. One is doctors' availability, as also the younger generation, people who are to serve him, will be able to come, and he will be able to create his own internal group of people who will be the future messenger. So it was in Kashipur, from Dakshineshwar they came into Sampukur, and Sampukur was, sometimes Ramakrishna stayed there, but still it was not very convenient. So the doctor suggested to have a place where a little open space. So it was that Sri Ramakrishna moved to Kashipur Garden House. And this Kashipur Garden House, Sri Ramakrishna was under the treatment of the big doctors of that time, Dr. Rajendra Lal Datta and others. But his health was deteriorating, and ultimately Dr. Datta came to see the master, and then he gave some medicine, homeopathic medicine, and this produced good result, according to the Saradananda Swami's report, for more than a fortnight. And the devotees thought that the master might soon be free from disease and as strong before. And the devotees, inner circle devotees, they are all very disturbed by seeing the decline of the health condition of Sri Ramakrishna. On January 1, 1886, the master felt better and expressed a desire to walk in the garden for a short while. Because it was a holiday, the householder devotees began arriving at Kashipur garden after midday, individually and in groups. The master came down from the upstairs, this is very unusual, at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And there were more than 30 people talking amongst themselves inside the house and sitting under the trees in the big garden. They all stood up reverentially and bowed down when they saw him. The master went out through the western door of the hall, descended into the garden path, and proceeded slowly southward to the gate. The devotees followed him at a little distance, and when he, Ramakrishna, reached the midpoint of the path between the house and the gate, the master saw Girish, Ram, Atul, and a few others under a tree on the west side of the path. They bowed down to him and came to him joyfully. Before anyone had spoken a word, the master addressed Girish, asking him, "Girish, what have you seen and understood about this that makes you say all these things, meaning that I am an avatar and so on, to everyone, wherever you go?" Unperturbed, Girish knelt down at the master's feet and with folded his hands before his raised face and responded in a voice choked in emotion, "What more can I say of him? Even the sages Vyasa and Valmiki couldn't find no words to measure his glory." Girish's insincere faith expressed in those words so moved the master that he said to the devotees while looking at Girish, quote, "What more need I tell you? I bless you all. May you all be illumined. Quoted. He became overwhelmed by love and compassion for his devotees and went into ecstasy after uttering these few words. So here is a point, what inspired Sri Ramakrishna to go to the intoxicating mood is this. Girish said that you talk about why I am talking to you, saying that you are God, you are Avatara. What can I say about your glory? You get Vyasa, who has composed Sri Krishna's life in the Bhagavad in so many volumes, could not finish saying fully about you. Valmiki, the composer of Ramayana, he spoke in so many beautiful words and so big volume, could not end talking about you. What I am, ordinary person like Girish, what can I say about you? And that triggered the mood of Sri Ramakrishna to go into deep ecstasy. It is nothing unusual if we say ecstasy. Ecstasy is Ramakrishna's nothing everyday affair. All day, 100 times he may be going, or 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, there is no endless. But what it is very significant, because that triggered him, his sense of purpose of his coming, and his body is going, and he said that he is going to touch everyone and give the direct experience, and not to one person, but to who were available there, and everyone he touched, everyone got the experience. That is the purpose of God. And he also said, you know, when I shall be hate hari bhangbo, I'll break the earthen pitcher in the presence of all, in the marketplace. Meaning, I'll express myself in front of all. Ramakrishna is doing that every time in the Dakshineshwar, even in Kashipur Garden House with the interior disciples, the monastic disciples. But this is the one special occasion when his door opened for all, whoever came and took refuge in him, and he touched and gave them the highest illumination. So that is the speciality of this special day. Now, the selfless and profound blessings touch the devotees deep within their hearts, and they become mad with joy. And they forgot their time and space. They forgot Master's illness. They forgot that they had vowed not to touch the feet of the Master till his recovery. They saw that a wondrous divine being had come down to them from heaven and was calling to them affectionately. They also felt their suffering grieved him, and that he was carrying in his true heart the infinite pain and compassion for them, and offering them shelter as selflessly as a loving mother. They become anxious to bow down to him and take dust of his feet. Their cries of victory to Ramakrishna resounded in all directions, as one by one they bowed down to him. As they touched his feet, the ocean of Master's compassion burst through all bounds and created an astonishing phenomenon. Almost every day in Dakshineshwar, we would, means Swami Sharanananda says, we had seen the Master becoming overwhelmed with compassion and grace and bless some devotees with his powerful divine touch. On this day, as he remained in a semi-ecstatic state, he began to touch each devotee present in a similar way, and their joy was boundless. The devotees understood that from this day on, the Master would no longer conceal his divinity from them or from anyone else in the world. They had no doubt that from now on, all sinners and sufferers, despite their shortcomings, lack of spirituality, and feeling of inadequacy, would find shelter at his feet, blessed feet. Seeing the Master in that unique and exalted state, some become speechless, could only watch him as if bewitched. Some called out loudly to everyone inside the house to come and be blessed by the Master's grace. Others picked flowers from the garden and began to worship Ramakrishna, uttering mantras and showering him with flowers. When the master's ecstasy came to an end, after some time the devotees calmed down. The master finished his work in the garden, then returned to the house and sat down in his room. So this is the story ends here, but next part is very important. What a historic event is this, and how it is explained by Ramachandra Datta and others. They said that this is the Kalpataru. Ramakrishna became Kalpataru. There is a Kalpataru story is that there is a tree in the heaven. Whatever you wish is a wish-fulfilling tree. So Ramakrishna became wish-fulfilling. Why? Because whatever the wish in spiritual life was there, that was fulfilled. Some. And we'll read a bit of that, how everyone experienced that. But it is something different. Swami Sharadananda Maharaj and others differed from this opinion. It is not a wish-fulfilling tree. Wish-fulfilling tree is that whatever you want, you will get it. So whether good or bad, it depends upon your work, asking for. Someone is sitting under a wish-fulfilling tree, not knowing. He asked that let there be food, food came, let there be bed came, and then food, bed, and someone to nurse, and this and that and everything. And then he thought, oh, if there a tiger comes, and the tiger came and devoured him. So this is the problem of wish-fulfilling tree. But here, Sharadananda Swami says he was not a wish-fulfilling tree because he only gave the spiritual well-being, gave the experience. So that is little different in the way of looking at that. Some 9-10 people's name, we find it here, that Girish, Atul, etc., they were all present. But amazingly, there was no, householders were so many, but none of the monastic disciples were present. They were taking care of the Ramakrishna's room and giving cleaning and other things. This opportunity, Sri Ramakrishna came out, his bed is taken clear to clean and everything. So they called, come, Ramakrishna is bestowing spiritual wisdom and touch by touch, come. They didn't come, they started doing their duty. Here is also another indication. It is nothing unusual in the eyes of the direct disciples that his touch and giving illumination is any new thing. They get it now and then in presence of Ramakrishna. Now, we were very astounded to read what is the transformation happens. We interviewed several devotees. Means Sharadananda Swami says that we interviewed several devotees who were present on the occasion about their experiences. We shall conclude this subject by recording what Vaikuntha told us. Vaikuntha met the master about the same time that we met, when we means Sharadananda Swami and others. We have recorded some stories in his book about how the master gave his instruction and formed his disciples. The master initiated Vaikuntha with a mantra and blessed him. From then on, practiced sadhana and tried his utmost to have a vision of the chosen deity. He understood that he would not succeed without the master's grace. So from time to time, he fervently prayed to the master. When the master became ill and had to move to Calcutta and then to Kashipur for treatment, Vaikuntha had opportunity to ask him 2 or 3 times to fulfill his heart's desire. The master smiled graciously and reassured him, saying, "Wait a little, let my disease be cured, afterwards I shall do everything for you." Now Vaikuntha was present when the event of January 1 took place. After the master has blessed 2 or 3 of the devotees with his powerful divine touch, Vaikuntha went before him reverentially, bowed down to him and implored, "Sir, please bestow your grace on me." The master answered, "You you have achieved everything. Vaikuntha said, Sir, when you say that I have achieved everything, I must have so. Kindly help me so that I can understand a little bit. That's a good question. You say that I have everything, so make something so that I understand that I got something. So the master said, all right, and very gently touched his chest for a moment. Vaikuntha described it thus. Vaikuntha says, quote, consequently, a wonderful change came across my mind. I began to see the Master's gracious, smiling, and luminous form in the sky, the houses, the trees, all human beings, and in everything else I saw in all directions. Sarvam Kholidam Brahma. Yes, one just Ramakrishna's touch in the sky, in the earth, in the human being, everywhere he started seeing. I was overwhelmed with this extreme bliss. At that time, I saw you, means the author, and the Latu Maharaj on the roof and called, oh, ye all come, wherever you are, come here right now. That spiritual mood and vision continued for some days. Even in the waking state, I was amazed and spellbound by seeing the Blessed Master in everything. This experience remained whether I went to the office or elsewhere or on business. My work suffered because I could not concentrate on my regular duties. When I realized I tried unsuccessfully to stop the vision for a while, I now understand a little why Arjuna was afraid when he had the vision of the cosmic form of Lord Krishna, and why he prayed to Krishna to withdraw it. I remembered that the scripture said liberated souls dwell in the same exalted state of consciousness. I now got a little glimpse from this experience of how much desirelessness is necessary for a person to remain continually in that state. Hardly had a few days passed, I was overwhelmed by this continuous vision of spiritual mood and found it difficult to function. Sometimes I thought, shall I lose my mind? At last, I prayed to the Master fearfully, oh Lord, I am not able to contain this spiritual fervor. Please release me from this state. Quote ends. Woe to human weakness and stupidity. Now I think, quote, why did I pray that way? Why didn't I have faith in him and wait patiently to see what the ultimate result would be? I might have become mad, or my body might have dropped away. Quote ends. Soon after that prayer, my vision and spiritual mood abruptly came to an end. I was fully convinced that my experience came to an end by the same person from whom I had received it. But perhaps because the complete cessation of that vision didn't arise in my mind as I prayed, he kindly kept a little of that experience in me. I could see the divine, effulgent, gracious form of the Master several times a day and was overwhelmed with joy and blessedness. So this is the speciality we find the touch of Sri Ramakrishna gives. It is a total transformation, and transformation not in ordinary sense, but seeing God everywhere, spontaneously. But here also you get a great lesson that we sometimes think, oh, Ramakrishna was so kind, and had he been here, then Ramakrishna could have touched, but who is there now to give us? That's true. But Ramakrishna could have touched us, then we will be mad like Vaikuntha. We need some a special capacity to hold that spiritual energy which is transmitted by the divine personality like Sri Ramakrishna. And also we find that when he touched the other devotees, they had Ramlal Dada. He found that he was meditating. He said, I was meditating every day on my chosen ideal, and it was just an imagination, as most of us think every day. It is an imagination, it's a big, sometimes it comes, it does not come. But as soon as Ramakrishna touched, it becomes a tangible reality. Ishta Devata, a smiling, gracious presence. So that is the touch of Sri Ramakrishna. And special, today we recall it, to think that he bestowed this grace for all of us. Let his Ramakrishna's blessings is not for money, for name, fame, power, position. If we go to Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna will say, Baba, I have nothing, I cannot give all these things. You go to Mother then. Maybe he will point out towards Holy Mother. But for himself, he will say only Gyan, Vairagya, and renunciation, and this illumination, experience. Give up everything and have this experience. And his blessings is for that day, which means it's for all of us. So we crave the blessings of Sri Ramakrishna to bestow that blessings on all of us, and we understand his grace by whatever practice. So this is a 1st of January, wonderful day to celebrate, thinking that it is this incident and feeling his presence, and he is there always with us, only we have to open up our hearts. So with this prayer, with this craving for the blessings of Sri Ramakrishna, I end my reading here. Thank you.